So how do you define the relation between U.S. and Thailand now?
Well, I would define our relationship as friends, as allies, and as partners. We Americans have a deep, deep affection for Thailand. We care greatly about the Thai people, about our partnership, our shared history, our common values. Frankly, it hurts us to see that Thailand has, for a couple of years now, had to struggle with some internal problems, the divisions among some constituents within Thailand, among the Thai people, some of the restrictions on rights and freedoms for civil society, some of the challenges that the Thai economy faces, the fact that the political situation has interfered with Thailand's important role on the international stage. These are problems, but what I hope that all of our Thai friends understand is that we want Thailand to succeed. We care greatly about the long-term stability and the long-term economic health of the country, and we are honored to work as partners with Thailand in so many areas, from law enforcement to environment, combating wildlife trafficking, combating human trafficking, and promoting science and technology, people-to-people and academic exchanges, maritime security. We've got a lot of work to do together, and it's a priority for me, for Secretary Kerry, and for the Obama administration to get the most out of our partnership.
1 year passed after the coup. You think that the Thai government is on the right track to return to democracy?
Well, look, the real judge of that has to be the citizens of Thailand. The vehicle through which they can express their confidence and their preference is through free and fair elections. I've seen what I'm sure is a good faith effort by the appointed committee to try to develop a constitution. It suffered a setback, and clearly there's still further to go. I don't think that it's simply a matter of dates on the calendar, but by the same token, as friends, we hope to see the swiftest possible return to full civilian democracy. We want the Thai people to have faith in their own institutions. That's critical to stability and, I believe, to growth within your country. And the longer that it takes to reach a constitution that the public will endorse, the longer that it takes to conduct an election that the international community and your own citizens can have faith in, the greater the strain and the greater the risk to Thailand's future.
We have to wait at least 2 years for the next election. That's what the government said, or maybe longer. Is that time frame, is that acceptable for U.S.?
I don't think that it's the right way to put the question, honestly. Because, as I said, ultimately what matters is not the opinion of the U.S., it's what the people of Thailand, the citizens of the kingdom, believe in terms of their own government and their own national interest. And we won't know that without full freedom of expression. we won't know it without giving back to the Thai people the instruments to exercise their democratic rights. So shaving even a day off of the process is important, but ensuring that at the end of the process there is a government that has been elected by the people, that is made up of the people, and that works for the people is what's critically important.
How do you see the development on relation between Thailand and China after the coup?
Well, look, China is a communist country, and not only does that mean that they won't shed any tears over a setback to democracy, but it also means that they'll be quick to try to take at least a tactical advantage of the fact that the coup represented a setback to Thailand's relations with virtually all of its other neighbors, friends, and partners. But does that make China a better friend to Thailand? You'll have to make that judgment. That said, good relations between China and Thailand serve everyone's interest. I am confident that at the end of the day, the true strength of the U.S.-Thai partnership, which has been tested by time, tested by war.
After the coup, the annual military exercise corporate goal has been scaled down a bit. Will we see in the near future that it's going to return to the fully exercise, including like combating exercise very soon?
Well, we will hold the Cobra Gold exercise again in 2016, and that's another of the many indicators of how seriously we take our alliance, how much importance we put on security cooperation with Thailand. Now, the exercise is designed jointly by the U.S. and the Royal Thai Army. We bring participation in from around the region. What exactly the scale and scope of Cobra Gold 2016 will be, I myself haven't heard yet, but within the limits of what the U.S. government and the U.S. military can do under our law, we are pursuing and sustaining very active, very productive security relationship.
Is the U.S. and Thailand to the region?
Well, I'll leave it to you and to your comrades in Thailand to form a judgment about how important it is to Thailand to have the United States active in the region. Obviously, President Obama thinks it's important because he has directed us to pursue an active strategic rebalance towards the Asia-Pacific region. Now, that said, we believe that Thailand's role is extremely important. Thailand is a founding member of ASEAN. Thailand is a strategically located country that is rich in natural resources, that is rich in human capital and talent, rich in tradition. Thailand historically has been a country that others have faith in and can trust, and it's valuable for Thailand's voice to be heard in the regional and the international platform. You have an interest in combating climate change, in combating wildlife trafficking, environmental degradation. You have a young population who's hungry to learn, to study abroad, and to make the world better. Thailand is a pluralistic society, and you've learned important lessons that can be shared about dealing with religious and ethnic minorities. So for 1,001 reasons, we think that Thailand is an important country, and the sooner that the distraction of your current political situation can yield to a government that will focus freely on both domestic and international affairs, the better from our point of view.
And among some of Thai public, they just have the question that why does it take so long for U.S. to appoint a new ambassador to Thailand?
It's a weakness in our system. There was no political message meant by the delay. However, Ambassador Glyn Davies is someone who's worth waiting for. He's America's best and top diplomat. He's one of the finest ambassadors that President Obama has, and it's no accident that the President sent one of America's best to represent us in the Kingdom of Thailand.
When Ambassador Glyn Davies is appointed, it's widely talk about his background and experience. He used to deal with Iran, he used to deal with North Korea, that you see as like a dictator. But and then he is appointed to be the ambassador of Thailand. So this is something that people is talking about.
Well, he also used to be in charge of our policy and operations throughout all of East Asia as the principal Deputy Assistant Secretary. He also was in charge of our relationships with Western Europe, where we have our closest friends and allies. He was stationed in Vienna. He's worked at the White House. He's been a close advisor to secretaries of state. So I think that the way to evaluate the real meaning of the selection of Glyn Davies is simply that the President and the Secretary turned to one of their best and most trusted senior officials to serve as the manager of a relationship that we place great value on.
After the coup, some of the Thai public see the U.S. Embassy in Thailand is taking on the other side. How will you do to correct the image of the U.S. mission in Thailand?
It is an accusation that deeply troubled me and that I rejected. The U.S. strategy and the operation of the embassy has always been very even-handed because we don't want to see two Thailands. We don't want to see half a Thailand. We don't want to see one group prevail and another group suffer. The United States benefits from a unified, healthy, thriving, and influential Thailand. So we have always met with the representatives of all the major political parties. We have always maintained a strict policy of balance and neutrality when it comes to the different political stakeholders. Now, that doesn't stop us from speaking our mind. We are Americans, after all. When it comes to the behavior of individual politicians or when it comes to certain policies, we don't favor a party, but we do favor good policies. That said, it's simply wrong to think that the embassy or the United States government sided with one political actor or one political party against another.
Tip report also become the main focus among the Thai public and the Thai government also. Right. And I think that the Thai government worked very hard to be removed from the Tier 3. Yes. Can it happen very soon, next year?
Well, I can't guarantee or to predict. it's also been my observation that the Thai government has worked and continues to work very hard. We appreciate that. The criteria in the law that is used for the evaluation of rankings doesn't give us a lot of latitude. We can't, for example, factor in the significant progress that may have been reached after the reporting period for a given year has expired, but we certainly will reflect any and all of that progress in the report the following year. And I know that my colleagues are working very hard with their counterparts in Thailand to try to ensure that we're able to document the progress that's being made.
So what's the difference between Thailand and Malaysia's situation in terms of the TIP report and to put in the tier, remove from the tier 3?
Every country is judged according to its own situation based on the metrics, the categories that are stipulated in the law, so that when our Trafficking in Persons Office and those experts reviewed the data for Thailand and for Malaysia, they came to different conclusions. But that's strictly based on the data that they have available. I don't get a vote in that, so it's not a reflection of our respect for a country or how our political relations happen to be. It's purely a technical matter based on the statute.
TPP is due now. Thailand is not in it. Is there any chance for Thailand to be a part of TPP in the future?
Well, the only countries that are in it are the countries who proposed to join either early on or like Japan and like Canada as the negotiations were underway. So nobody is left out. Nobody is excluded. Right now, the 12 countries are very focused on getting our national legislatures to approve the deal. It's a treaty, after all. It needs to be ratified. And that means that there isn't a lot of talk about who will be next. First things first. We have to get the TPP done among the 12 countries. But in principle, TPP is wide open to any country that is willing and able to meet the admittedly very high standards embedded in the agreement. These are high standards for trade, high standards for environment, high standards for labor rights, high standards for intellectual property protection and for managing the digital economy. It is a good goal to aspire to. Moreover, because the standards are so high in this agreement, it's going to put a competitive burden on all countries, including countries who are not in TPP, because Thailand's going to have to compete with Malaysia, with Vietnam, who are already meeting these very high standards. But that said, I have a great deal of faith in the ability of the Thai people and Thai businesses to compete, and I think that entry into TPP would certainly be a worthy goal for Thailand.
But under this current political circumstances in Thailand, will that be obstacle for Thailand to join TPP if they wish to join?
I don't know the answer to that question, but I don't see why. It's not that every country in TPP is a model democracy. But let's not assume that the current circumstances in Thailand are going to last all that much longer. Let's keep our fingers crossed that the day isn't far off when all the Thai people can express their political views and their political will through free and fair elections.